we're culturally trained to be a good wife.
Wow.
When's the last time you guys have heard an American westernized woman talk about that I've been trained to be a wife? You don't hear that. What you do hear is all of their demands from a monetary, materialistic perspective. They don't want walks in the parks. They don't want Starbucks. Shit, they don't even want to go to Cheesecake Factory nowadays. They expect a buyer's fee even to have a conversation with them. And for what? For faulty product. Why would I go to a car lot and buy a car for $50,000 when I can go to a different car lot and buy a better car for half the price? Modern men today are just practicing economics. They're making rational decisions based off of the available product. And they are mad.
No wonder why they're bad, son. No wonder why they're bad. Let's get it.
Yeah, we are taught that this is our job. This is supposed to be our job, or this is supposed to be our duty to please our husbands or to be a good wife. But again, for me, I don't see it as a job.
Lifestyle.
We do these things because we love to do them.
Love it.
Yeah.
And
Love
of course, it would make your man happy.
We're talking about this because some Western women do believe that
Look at these cutie pies.
cooking and
Slavery.
cleaning is slavery. So what's your
Talk
opinion
about it.
that?
El Guapo's opinion is that is just an excuse to be lazy.
I don't see myself being slave cooking or cleaning at our house, or being with my husband in the future. It is only slavery when you're forced to do it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Right? We grew up doing these things in our parents' house. We even love to spoon feed them.
So, in this particular clip, shout out to MTR, man, mediocre tutorial and reviews. So what he's talking about is women from different cultures, how certain cultures pretty much raise, children or whatever, or young women, like they were speaking, to be wives, versus how Western culture operates. I'm gonna tell you what was crazy when you hear somebody say, we were culturally trained to be wives, culturally trained. When you hear trained, like, I don't know, I know a lot of people gonna feel some type of way about that. Just to piggyback on one of the things that he was saying, one thing that you don't hear is pretty much the things that someone is going to bring to the table. Most of the time it's just what that other person needs to bring to the table in order for me just to be me. In order for a guy to be able to deal with me, he has to have this, that, and the third. You have to be making a certain amount of money. You have to have a car. You have to have a house. You have to have a good paying job. If you've ever watched Kendra G's show, a lot of those women that are trying to find a man to date, they always talk about 6 figures, 6 feet. You got to be over a certain height. If you're anything up under that, they don't want to deal with you. If you're making less than $100,000, they don't want to deal with you. And then the last would be, I'll put this in. I'll put a little clip in for what I'm talking about for the last 6. But these are the things that a man has to bring to the table in order for him to get me. And the question is, what is that man getting in return? You oftentimes hear people say, like, what are you bringing to the table? What makes you think that a man that has reached a certain level of success should give you the time of day? And oftentimes we hear crickets. And what I try to get people to understand is those type of men, those successful men that almost 100% of women would love to have, they're looking for something in return. Most of those men want a soft woman that's cooperative. I don't really like to use the term submissive because it'll kind of take away from the talking point and people get stuck on that. But cooperative, like, I don't want to have to come into the house and, it's all this bickering, debating, this going back and forth and everything. Again, when we're speaking about successful men that have a certain level of success, a certain level of visibility, what they are looking for is, when I come in the house, I'm not looking for somebody to act like me. Most of those men that have reached that certain level of success, they had to be assertive. Sometimes they may have to be aggressive in order to secure a contract or whatever. So when I come in the house, I'm not looking for something that's just like me. I'm looking for something that's the complete opposite. You know, that I'm greeted with a smile. I'm greeted with the, you know, how was your day? Or, you know, a back rub or whatever. They're looking for more agreeable women. And y'all have honestly seen that on my channel, right? It was a young lady that I did a video about. Beautiful, real, I mean, like this lady was drop dead gorgeous from head to toe. Had all her ducks in a row. Everything was just perfectly aligned. And she was completely submissive to her husband. And the guy wasn't even making $100,000. If you look at where they stay and everything, he could be making far less and they still could be getting by with, you know, the money that he's making from that particular job or whatever. And she basically takes and somewhat tries to coach other women that are trying to get the same or similar results to what she has, which is a leader, a man that, you know, that protects, a man that provides, a man that is 100% faithful to her. And they seem like they have a very freaking happy life. And I think one of the main reasons why is because I believe both of them have found and they understand what their purpose is in life. As a man, I mean, his purpose could be electricity. Like, that's what he loved doing. Like, I can get up every day and I can do this. It puts food on the table. It makes sure both of us are taken care of. They don't have any children or anything right now. And I think that would kind of create, you know, you may have to make a little bit more if he was to do that. But right now it's just him and it's just her. And what she was saying is, you know, because I mean, she does have like somewhat of a little budget or whatever, that when she goes out, when it's time to go buy food and stuff while he's out, go get clothes and everything, she shops at the thrift store. When she's going out, like, she's couponing and everything like this, so she understands. She's not one of those young ladies that, you know, just because the budget is, let's just say $600, I'm not trying to spend $600. I know that that's our money, and that money can be used in different areas, whether we want to go travel or anything. A sense of freaking awareness, I think, honestly plays a huge part in the way that people are raised, whether it's, again, Western culture versus other cultures. That sense of awareness is huge, man.
Yeah, we are taught that this is our job. This is supposed to be our job, or this is supposed to be our duty to please our husbands or to be a good wife.
She said something about being their job. Scratch that. I love the second word that she used. Again, when you speak about husband and wife, duty. Duty should be above all. Duty is something that you do, you know, regardless of what the case may be. I understand pretty much what my role is, and I'm going to make sure that I do that. Because when I signed up for this, when we sat in front of, you know, depends on how you got married, but I know most people, you know, it's done in a church in front of a pastor, and then you have his family. You made these promises in front of his family, your family, you know, to yourself, to that other person. And it's just so crazy how most people, they get into marriage, and it does say until death do we part. And you have so many people that separate for crazy reasons, man. And I think most of it pretty much goes back to communicating.
But again, for me, I don't see it as a job.
Lifestyle.
We do these things because we love
I
to do
agree
them.
that,
Love it.
yeah.
And
Love
of
it.
course, it would make your man happy.
We're talking about this because some Western women do believe that
Look at these cutie pies.
cooking and
Slavery.
cleaning is slavery. So what's your
Talk
opinion
about it.
that?
El Guapo's opinion is that is just an excuse to be lazy.
I don't see myself being slave cooking or cleaning at our house, you know, or being with my husband in the future.
It is only slavery when you're forced to do it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Right?
She doesn't do these things because she's being forced. It's because she loves to do them, because this is how she was raised. She was raised to cook. She was raised to clean. She was raised to understand what it is to take care of a household. And when I look across the board, when I look at the the happiest people in life. Those are people that understand what their purpose is, and they do that no matter what, regardless if I got a dime, a pot to piss out of or whatever. I'm gonna do this thing no matter what. And for some reason it just works. And for a young lady, again, I know a lot of people are gonna disagree. I think that women, when you get to a certain age, your purpose should be to align yourself with the man that you're supposed to be with for the rest of your life, regardless of who that is or what that looks like, right? If you want a guy that understands what it is to be a leader, you want a man that's going to have your back no matter what. If you're looking for a partner, I don't really get what that word partner crap, because I think that in a relationship you need to have somebody that leads. If you don't, I think that it's going to create chaos. You need to make sure you get with someone that understands, lead, protect, provide, whatever. And when I look at, again, the women that seem like they are the happiest, the most fulfilled, those women are the ones that did go out and find that leader, right? Because y'all have seen, again, a million different posts that I have posted either on this page, this channel, my Facebook page, my Instagram, or whatever, of those women. I'm talking about cheesing harder than the doggone chess cat, man. And those ones, they honestly seem like they are the most fulfilled in life, versus when we look at the other people that focus more on their career, that focus more on money, focus more on their success. Again, when we're speaking about the women, those women that do that, it seems like they are not happy, not as happy as they thought they would be if they were to focus on those things. We had a young lady, I want to say, I think it was on Anton Daniel's YouTube channel, that focused on her career, focused on her passion, focused on all of those other things. And she said that she feels like she has honestly made one of the biggest mistakes of her life. She should have been focusing on finding a man, settling down, having children with that man, and actually traveling and getting those experiences with her husband versus doing them with her, well, on her own or with her girlfriends. It's across the board, man. It just never fails. It's a lose-lose situation when you have people out here that are trying to operate like the other sex. You have a man that's trying to operate like a woman, or a woman that's trying to operate like a man. Their end results are always going to be bad. It's no good is going to come out of it. Think about it. This is what I don't understand. Cooking and cleaning is slavery. Shouldn't you be doing it already on your own? Mm-hmm. And most people, we got somebody over here. Go ahead and speak your piece. You should be cooking and cleaning already on your own. And I don't know too many people that pretty much just cook for themselves, unless you're doing like a little hot pocket, or one of those little personal pizzas or whatnot. But when most people cook, it normally has more than one serving in there for like another person or 2 or 3 people. So if you're already doing these things for yourself, why should that feel like slavery if that's something that you're already doing for yourself? I don't get it. Y'all please help me to understand. Comment down below, man. Put me on game, because I'm lost right now. I had to step out and charge my car really quick. So let's just go ahead and sum all of this up, man. The bottom line is, what those young ladies were basically saying, like, listen, this is what we grew up doing. This is what we were taught to do. We were groomed to be wives. So it's no surprise that we now are wives. We were bred to do it. We understand what it is, what we need to bring to the table. So it's not going to be hard for them to attract or align themselves with the right type of man, because they understand what their purpose is in life. And that's the reason why these type of women will always be wives. All right. This is the reason why these women are married. The reason why these women have found successful husbands, successful men, and they're happy with their life. They sitting there laughing, they enjoying themselves, they sitting there chilling. And honestly, this is what a lot of people need to understand. If you want to attract a certain type of person, If you want to get certain results in life, then there's just a certain way that you have to move. And if you aren't a wife, then do not expect for a guy to wife you up. It's as simple as that. But I want to hear from y'all, man. Y'all let me know. What do you guys think about this particular video? Drop it down in the comments. Until the next time, man, y'all be blessed, y'all be beautiful, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Blueberry, Burberry, button-up. Tan skin, mixed race, buttercup. Canada weather, got a bundle up. I'm tryna work, she hit my phone, she wanna, whoa.